guys, welcome back. This is Jury Rig Garage. I'm Davis and this is Tristan here. We're heading over to Vince's to help him out install a Holley unit on his Trans Am. So if you guys remember, we built his 408 cubic inch stroker for the Trans Am. Finally has an aftermarket computer he's trying to get up and running. So this is actually the perfect time to test out Project F on a longer drive, because it's like almost a 30-minute drive there.
Yep, hasn't been on the highway yet, so that's also new. So that's cool.
We got that there.
Not to say we haven't been highway speeds, I just haven't been on the highway. So that's gonna be new for the car. Hasn't really needed to be in 5th gear yet, so we'll see how it actually does at highway speeds in 5th gear. So yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, we're gonna stop by the gas station and get some gas because we don't know if it's empty. Well, not empty, but you know, we don't know what the gas mileage is gonna be like getting there. Yeah, and we also, the gas gauge doesn't work perfectly. It's not 100% accurate. Yeah, we've run out of gas before, so. Yep, guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop in the car here.
All right, guys, we're on the highway, and it's loud as fuck with the exhaust.
Yeah, it sure is. It's really drony.
Yep. 5th gear, we're at 2,000 RPM. We're just taking it easy, just to see, you know. It's never driven on the highway before. Yep. I did the alignment myself in my driveway. I installed all the suspension pieces onto the subframe myself too, so.
Yeah, I mean, it seems good. It seems like it's going down the road relatively straight, you know, it's pretty good. I made adjustment to the tune, so we're seeing a little bit better AFR. Not where we want it, but, you know. It'll get there. Yeah. Yep, we're getting past the bot test. Oh, that's yeah, okay. We should race them. They'd win. But it's going pretty good. Yeah. If I had my window open, dear God, it would be so loud, because I mean, like, that exhaust would bounce off the barriers on the right side of the highway, and then it would come back in. Yep. It'd be horrible. We're already making plans to modify the exhaust to where it's actually going to be a full exhaust. Yep. Because this is kind of ridiculously. Yeah, we need a full exhaust for sure. Yep. It's so loud. Wow, this is like the first time it's driven on this highway since we got it. There's like clips of us driving right here back. That is true. Well, we're gonna continue driving, and we'll check up back if anything happens, or if we make it there unscathed. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it will be fine too, but yeah, we'll update you when something new happens. Yep. All right, guys, we got here over to Vince's. He's got his tuner laptop out. We're gonna be working on his Trans Am with the Holley, but I mean, the Camaro made it just fine, no issues. We popped the hood just to look at some stuff. The only thing I was kind of concerned about is right down in here where the spark plug wires are. These are on a fine line between like two very hot things. You know, the manifold's right on top of it, and right under it is the actual down pipe, as you can see. That might be a better view. So there's like an inch above and below each one, but just something to be concerned about. Yeah, it's cold out. You gotta warm up your hands. Oh. But on the highway, no problems. Your tensioner seems pretty good. My tensioner. That thing, I did temp gun it. I can already tell, like, it's taking the it's kind of taking the texture of the belt. I did temp gun it right on the bolt head, and it got to the same temperature as any of the other pulleys. It is a smaller pulley, so it spins faster, so I was concerned it might get a bit too hot, but it's the same temp as anything else. It got up to like 200 degrees. I'm concerned that thing will wear out quicker than the other pulleys. Just because it's like rubber, but yeah. It's not rubber, it's nylon. Oh, nylon, sorry. Yeah. Everything seems good on it. We're definitely going to do a data log on our way back, but man, it did it, guys. All right, guys, we're in here. Vince is working on his tune. One of the cool things about the Holley, which he right now just has it set up in here temporarily just to get it running, making sure it all works properly. One of the cool things about this is he was having an issue where you guys saw in that one video. I might put a clip or image or whatever to kind of refresh you, but the coil the coil fuse was flipping, and if you know anything about these cars, the coils and the injectors run on the same circuit, so if that flips, your injectors go out. So we're having an issue where the entire driver's side bank injectors were going out. With the Holley Terminator, it has completely bypassed now, so the coils and the injectors are run off the Holley. So theoretically, now that is bypassed, and you should no longer have that issue. So getting some of them ones and zeros in. Yeah, I'm copying my VE table from my oh yeah, the HP to it. Oh nice. So it's kind of just going to be a one-to-one type thing, you think? Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this VE table isn't dialed in, but I just need it to be enough to start the car. Yeah.
Because once the car runs and heats up, we'll get into closed loop. Closed loop will enable, the learn will enable, and then I can just
With the
pace
Holley.
learn to base. And then I'll slowly decrease how much learn fueling it can do.
Do you think you're going to drive it today?
I hope so. Well, if we can get it to where it runs and idles, I would ideally like to go to the parts store and grab some oil.
Yeah.
Because I think it's flooding it with fuel, so I think there's probably fuel in the oil.
That makes sense. That's exactly what's happening with the Camaro when we first got it running. It was just too much fuel, and we fouled up some oil. We need to do 2 oil changes on it. What kind of oil do you put in it?
Pennzoil 5W30. Usually.
Yeah,
I started with
5W30s.
conventional just because
10 minutes, calm down.
it's a new engine. But
Once you turbo it, you got to go to the 20W50 we put in the Camaro.
So is this like just a normal driver's license?
Even now, you might want to put something a bit thicker. I mean, 5W30 is fine,
That's easy to
but it gets really hot.
Who is this?
Well, anyways, guys, Ben's is going to continue with that, and we'll cut back, I guess, when we're going to try starting it up. I might swap the coils back to his LS ones, or you can leave the truck ones on. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing there, but we'll be right back.
I would just use my laptop, but that's a $70 wire.
Oh, you need a special wire for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, guys, Vince has a SD card he's transferring from his laptop to the actual Terminator computer. So, nice little touchscreen display. Just going to load it up and give it a shot. Are you resetting TPS?
Yeah.
I wish you bitch, you think you could do it better?
What the fuck? Engine RPM stall, so it didn't get an RPM reading.
No, it had one while it was going. It was at 150, which is where it needs to be.
Oh, okay.
It says need cal on the fucking TPS again.
The zoom.
Dude.
Well, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we checked the TPS. I think it was reading right, so we flipped that. We're going to see if this works now. Nice. God damn. God damn. God damn, guys. All right, guys, so just let off the throttle and it did kill itself where he got into the self-tuning. It just needs to get a bit more temp in the engine for it to get into self-learning. So we're going to maybe try messing with the IC sensor. Basically, we had to do this on Project F over there. We had to pull the IC, start the car, adjust the idle screw until it's idled on its own, just barely. And then we plugged the IC back in and said it was a good base. So we might try that. But we're just trying to get into the conditions where the Holley computer will tune itself. So we are still working on it. All right, guys, Vince kind of figured out what's going on with it here.
Yeah.
Basically, it seems like the computer itself is not talking with the ECU after shutting it off. So it might be wrong power source set up for it.
Yeah, we might be in the wrong wire.
But Vince is saying that his tune should be right. Everything, is running on it. But something that we'll need to check. So how this is getting its main power from. It's supposed to be wired straight to the battery, which you do have, right?
Yeah. So the problem is the switched power.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I went with
So it's like a relay or something?
I talked to a guy who's done this before, and he said that there's a pink wire off of this connector, but there's 2 pink wires, and I might have picked the wrong one.
Well, I mean, it's a 50-50. Is it? Oh, I see. So if that's
we'll have
what you
to undo what I did here, fix this little bit of gap in the wire because I didn't cut it very well,
Okay.
and then splice it into the other wire.
Got it. All right, well, guys, now we know what we got to do. We're going to give it a shot. All right, guys, we went ahead and swapped those wires. I definitely think that was probably it because it's like a straight pink wire versus a pink and black. So Vince is going to go ahead and load up the tune, and we'll see if it actually keeps the tune. Basically, when he shuts it off, it actually loses the tune. So something about the computer loses power in that process, and not good, but I think we got it now. And hopefully his gauge, well, I don't know if this will change if your gauges will work or not. No?
Probably not. That's probably something I just have to address.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, you don't need
my
gauges.
wiring underneath the car.
Yeah, we didn't get the gauges fixed in Project F for a couple weeks, but we did eventually, so not the end of the world. Especially when you're data logging, you'll see, you know, like the actual stuff.
Still reads.
Still reads? Nice. Does it read now?
That's what we're about to find out.
Oh, Lord. Did we fix it?
Says it wants TPS auto set. Everything's disabled again. It doesn't look good.
Bro.
Which is weird because that's the only other place I know of to like try and get power. I've tried everywhere that I've seen people suggest.
Mm-hmm.
switch
I have a
power.
voltmeter. I can go check if there is voltage to it. I mean, there should be.
'Cause, I mean, it shouldn't have power when the ignition's off, but it should have power on ignition and when I crank, and then also when it starts.
Well, I can get the voltmeter and check if it has voltages at those times. All right, well, I'm gonna go grab that. We're gonna do some more diagnosing. All right, guys, we got it running. I adjusted the idle screw. We got the IC plug back in. And look at that. No throttle, and it's running. Still trying to learn right now. Just going through some learning. God, my eyes and my nose are burning. All right, guys, we just went to the I guess we went to Walmart. We got some oil, we got some Pennzoil, we got the filter. He's gonna give it a quick change because it's been running real rich, so there's probably some gas in the fuel. Just to be safe, he's gonna change it real fast. And we're actually gonna try taking it on a drive, see if the transmission controls work, and probably just up and down the street since I don't know how long you wanna drive, like extended with wires on this stuff. It gets pretty hot.
I mean, it's pretty well.
Also, that's right over the throttle cable.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It's pretty good.
maybe I have some zip ties. We can zip tie it out of the way. But it's running on its own now. He doesn't need to give it any throttle. He doesn't need to give it any throttle. All stays on. And air fuels are getting there. Just needs to learn a little bit with the Holley. It's one of the main features.
Yeah.
One of the main features of this thing. It's why he spent, you know, $1,500 on it.
So it helps.
Yep.
I mean, I know enough to figure it out, but it's really nice when I don't have to.
Why put ones and zeros into a keyboard when a computer can do it for you?
Exactly.
Why pay a guy $150 when you can pay $1,500 for someone to do it for you?
You're onto something. You're onto something. Well, there we are, guys.
There are a lot more features I can do with this.
True.
Yeah, a lot of more
I can add nitrous or
expandability in the
boost
future.
or other inputs and outputs. What can you do? With
You can get
yours?
the- You can get
nothing. Literally, I need Garner to do anything.
You can get a two-step setup on it. I don't know if you can get like line or what's it called?
I think that might be a transmission.
Anti-lag?
thing.
No, the what's it called? Launch control with the transmission. I forget what it
There's a
is.
launch option in there.
Yeah, but it's
ECU, but
mainly for manuals.
yeah.
But my Mustang, like with my Quick 6, I can do what is it called? Trans brake. That's it.
Yeah, because to get that for this or a 4L80, you have to go change the valve body.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a pain.
Gotcha. All right, guys, we'll be back.
Like twice as loud as the Camaro.
Maybe twice. Like pretty close, yeah. The Holley by itself, unless you get like the Dominator or there's the Dominator or Terminator X something, whatever, it does not control the transmission. So he has it wired up so the stock harness still works for the transmission, and the Holley has input for the engine, obviously. So that's how he's worked around it. A lot of people do that. So we're gonna see if it works. Oh baby. It moves.
Take it through all the different RPM ranges and stuff. That way it can learn everywhere.
Oh, really? And then it will be good. It's gonna fucking impale me.
Yes.
What? That's fine.
I don't know why this is back here, but I'm gonna get impaled when we crush.
Hell yeah.
And I will only be.
It's a little,
dead.
it was a little rich when you were giving some gas, but we need to let the Holley figure some stuff out here.
Go. I was telling him.
It's pretty quick. It's right at, look at that, guys. Oh, there you go. That might be actually backwards. Let me switch this.
I was telling him that it'd be really cool to put some metal on the back of that, so it would mount where his phone would.
Oh yeah, you could just put that right there temporarily. Just a metal backing plate.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yep. But damn, dude, it's running. Good job. Oh, no, it's good. We're good. We're good. It almost stopped, but we're good. Hell yeah, guys. Got a little lean there, but that's fine. Is this driving better than you expected?
Pretty good.
That's the power of a Holley, guys.
The AFR is pretty damn
Spot on.
damn on.
Well, I mean, you already kind of had a base VE table that you imported, but I mean, it's still learning, right? Well, actually, it's in a no-learn situation right now. Oh, now it's
back to
learning. Well, maybe
It won't learn when I let off the gas, because it doesn't want to pollute the table with unnecessary data.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's see if we can get stranded.
Yeah, let's see.
If we get stranded, I'm pissing my pants. And you think the drone from the Camaro is bad?
It's not that bad.
This is worse.
You think the drone's a bit worse?
Like twice as bad.
Yeah, it's in the learning. I mean, it's hitting right at 14.7. 14.2 on your gauge. There's a little bit of a differential because his wideband's in the driver's side pipe and the wideband for the Holley is in the passenger side. So there's a little differential.
Yeah, it's a true dual. Most people have a Y.
We might want to relocate one of them to the same tube. We can just weld on like an extra bung or
Yeah,
something.
it did come with a bump.
Just so we have the same reading on the computer and your gauge. But hell yeah, dude, this is a fucking success. Your mile per hour works.
That's the main one I wanted to work, and it works.
Nice.
It's good. And I can look up how to make the tack work.
Yeah, just get the tack working. Get the water temp working too, would be
But
nice.
you don't need any of that stuff if you got that little screen.
Well, it doesn't show everything on there. You'd have to
No, I know
configure
it
it.
doesn't, but
Yeah,
it
you
does a
did-
lot of it.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking excellent.
This was excellent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My car's fucking drivable again for the most part.
Yep, no more injector dropping out. No more fuse popping. Yeah, the idle needs to be a little bit better.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out a bit, but yeah, it might just be adjusting the set screw until it behaves.
Looks good. Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure, I actually didn't look, but I'm pretty sure that was learning when you were doing that.
Yeah.
It was.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
watched it the whole time.
Dude, the Holley's working, guys. God damn the power Holley. We need a Holley on everything now. What the fuck?
Holley, sponsor us, please.
Yep.
We
please.
want your Hollies on all our vehicles. My Tahoe would love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. The AFR was perfect. It
Hell
went to
yeah.
like 12.2 when you really got into it.
Yeah, dude.
It stayed at 14 the whole time until you really gave it the beans, and then it went to 12.2.
Yeah, that was probably
Yes.
some power enrichment or whatnot once you got the TPS where it needed to be. But damn, dude, that felt awesome.
Just think, no one tuned this thing, and it's running great.
Well, Ben's had a little bit of tuning
Yeah, a
into
little
it.
bit, but pretty much like mostly.
Yeah, all I did was tune up the startup.
Yep.
So everything else it's learned. So that's awesome.
amazing.
It is amazing. I want this now. On the
We
Camaro.
need this on the Camaro.
Yeah, the Camaro, that would be huge. It just sucks that there's so so many things to buy on the Camaro that's also expensive that I just can't afford.
Yeah, guys, join us as a member down below. We really need the support. We need a Holley on everything,
Your
guys.
$5 will really help.
Your money will go to the Holley. Absolutely.
Your $5 will really help us buy a Holley, I'm telling you what.
See, guys, if everyone who just watched this video donated, you know, like $1,000, we could build like a pro mod or something.
Please? Please? $1,000 is a small contribution, please.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, the Trans Am is ripping. It's amazing. It's so good. Yeah. Oh!
We lost traction.
Yep.
What?
We lost traction.
What?
That was 12.5
That was a 40
AFR.
roll.
That was great. That felt awesome.
Yo, I'm sure the people in front of you could hear you.
God damn, this thing's dialed now. We need to reroute the Holley, the wiring harness now.
It's as simple as pulling out the other ECM for a minute, getting a hole saw, making sure our wires are cleared, drilling it so I can actually route the wires through, and we can put it in the glove box.
Yeah, let's do that, man.
We can do that next weekend.
Yeah, let's do that. Hell yeah, guys. I'm so happy. I'm sure Ben's is way happier because it's been like over a year since we built this thing, and he's been having some problems with the electronics, obviously, but dear God, guys, this is it. This is it. Imagine what we'll do with the track now.
Oh God.
What track? They're closed.
Yeah,
We missed them.
we have all this time to get everything super dialed for next race season starting March, so oh my God, I'm so excited. This is amazing.
God damn.
Dude, the torque comes in instantly.
It does.
This
And
is
so
like
does-
a supercharged setup.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
We don't need it where we're going.
Oh man, guys. It's so good.
Fucking stroker life.
Yeah, it's stroker. All the torque.
And you know what's bad? The cam I picked softens it up down low.
Yep.
We could have went with something that was way more aggressive down low.
Yeah, you built it for the turbo setup, like the cam setup. So it's not even optimized for just like an NA setup, and it's so good. It's
Imagine
amazing.
how disgusting this thing would be with like an M122 on it, or just any
No, a
comparable
TVS or something bigger.
blower. Yes. Oh man, like a
122 would
2300.
be a choke point.
Yeah.
A TVS 2300 would be fucking
Yeah, that's what
insane.
a lot of people recommend for this size.
I bet. And also those
even-
are giant blowers.
Or the 2650s they have now.
Ooh. But just think, I mean, this thing instantly loses traction. It just instantly
Yeah, we were
power
at a
and torque.
40 roll and we went.
Just imagine, TVS like whatever.
Too much torque.
Jeez, you just wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, guys, down the road, this thing's getting a turbo kit, custom turbo kit we're gonna make up, or fab up. We gotta figure out what kind of turbo we're gonna put on, twins or a big single or what. God, the drivability is so good.
Are you doing the catback mounted turbo?
Hell no.
Like you're not doing the rear mounted turbo anymore?
No.
Thank God.
I don't think anyone ever said we were gonna do that.
I considered it for a while.
Yeah, he did.
The lag would be insane.
Because he didn't want his like nice exhaust to go to waste.
I would
still get the kit that like undermounts the turbos.
well, we would custom fab it out ourselves.
I like Huron speeds.
Well, yeah, you can get the off-the-shelf stuff like that, but you'd lose your headers and your
Well,
full.
the Huron speed stuff, I would lose the headers, but I could keep the rest of the exhaust system because it routes down through the K-member down to where.
No matter
stock
what,
headers
I mean,
would
even if
be.
we did it ourselves, we could reroute the exhaust to accept your the one you have on it right now.
'Cause I could care less about losing the headers, they're cheap headers.
Yeah.
But I like the exhaust system.
But didn't you
I love how this car
love
sounds.
putting them on?
No, I don't like hitting my car with a hammer.
Well, guys, this was a huge success for the Trans Am especially, and the Camaro. I mean, it made it here. We'll see if it makes it home, but like, dude, the Trans Am is running. Well, guys, the Trans Am made it back. We just adjusted the idle just a little bit more because it was kind of like surging. I don't know if the IAC is working, but it freaking did it. It ran so good, and dear God, it's amazing. Like, the Holley life when needed.
This motor hasn't ran this good yet,
Yeah, literally never.
so that's great.
Yeah, like just a little drive with the Holley, it really got the tune super good. As you can see, you know, we had the harness kind of laid over it. We're going to probably next weekend pull out the computer, like Ben said, the stock one, and then we can drill a hole and route the big old harness through because there's obviously big chonky connectors that need to go through. And this was just a proof of concept and drive it, you know, see how it works and whatnot. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. It was ripping. You could just immediately get wide open throttle with it. It's amazing.
I kind of didn't expect to get loose at a 40 roll.
Yeah. It's running way better, but still needs a little bit more tuning. He does need to adjust some of the spark.
I gotta adjust
idle.
something in the idle. We're getting a bit too much fuel in the exhaust, and it's popping and scaring the shit out of me every time.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like,
Sounds
what
like
the
a
hell?
fucking gunshot.
Yep. So guys, yeah, great update on this thing. We're gonna, do that next weekend, and probably just have like an overall update on the car, just because we haven't talked about it forever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drive back with the Turbo Camaro over there.
If anyone has questions about how to wire one of these up in here, I know there's not a lot of videos on it, and I didn't record anything, but you can ask in the comments, and I'll try and answer.
Yep, we'll do that for sure, guys. But yeah, we're gonna head back with Camaro, see if it makes it home. It should, and there shouldn't be any reason why not. It doesn't, but we're gonna head back, and yeah, we'll pick up there. All right, guys, we just had a little bit of a, not a breakdown, but like we started driving, and all of a sudden it's just like sticking right at like 2K RPM. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like not dropping, and I gave it some gas, and it stays even open. And I'm like, okay, maybe the IAC's off. Well, first we just checked the throttle cable, and it was shut. Like, there's no reason it should be doing that. So,
by the way, we are 100 feet. We made it 100 feet away from Vince's house.
Yeah,
that is it.
Reasonably, we could have like limped it back, but really,
so we can't figure out what the issue is. We can't find anything. No vacuum runs. Nothing is abnormal.
Yeah, the logic behind this thinking is we checked all of the back lines. All that was good. I disconnected the IAC, no change. We knew the throttle was closed, so the only way that the RPMs would be going up higher is if the IAC was stuck open. So we got the good old spanner.
And what did we do?
We gave it a little couple taps here.
We closed the hood. I literally hit on it, not super hard, while he started it. Started fine.
Immediately.
Perfect.
So that shit's going in the trash.
So that shit's going in the trash. I'm buying an AC Delco one.
Yep.
Oh god.
All right, guys, we're gonna head back.
Why was that it? But I'm glad like that fixed it. But why?
Yep. Yeah, man, I don't know. But it's working out. We're gonna head home. All right, guys, we just got back from that drive, and it drove flawlessly after we tapped that IAC sensor. That thing definitely needs to go. But he was checking on Rock Auto, and they're like $180 for a AC Delco unit. So might buy an off-brand, but Delphi, whatever it is. We're gonna buy one of those. But yeah, guys, it did it. It drove all the way there on the highway and back, and only encountered one major, not even major problem. I mean, it took us like 5 minutes to figure it out. So
true,
not bad.
And then we figured out the heater doesn't work, or at least it.
Yeah, so we weren't getting heat from it because like we did the AC delete kit, and we kept the heat. We encapsulated the box, and the blower still works, and the heater core is still there, and it's hooked up. But I think it's just so cold outside, and we also didn't have the data log to see what the engine temp was getting to. I don't think the thermostat was like circulating enough fluid for it to get through the heater core and the blower go through it. So might have to try on a hotter day. I mean, what is it? What the temperature is at right now? Like probably
I think 40.
Yeah,
40
so,
right now, I think.
I know the last time I took it on a drive, I was data logging it, and it was like not getting to 180 at all. It was sitting between like 170, 180. So
yeah, it's 46 right now.
That's probably what it was. That kind of sucks because you want it to work when it's cold out. So solution might be just put a smaller thermostat in, like a 170. That way it actually circulates the fluid to the heater core, but not a necessity right now. I think now that we took on a drive, things that we need to do are get an alignment for sure, because it's in a driveway alignment, and I constantly have to keep the steering wheel kind of cocked. But I mean, drive straight when I do that. Like I know the suspension's straight. Maybe fix that heater problem. We need a revision just for, the driving. It's like almost dialed. It's like really nice. And what else do we need? I guess fix the interior a little bit more, get the headlights aligned, for street driving. That's kind of good because we got one pointing that way, and then I don't know where the driver's side's going at all.
It's like kind of up. Yeah, not great. But besides that, we need to get the meth pump going.
Methanol. More tuning with the actual ignition side, like spark advance and stuff.
Yeah, we just want to once it's like good, we want to start adding the timing back in, because it's a lot of it is pulled out. Like we're running, 11, 12 degrees of timing on some.
Throttle on the high octane table is like between like maybe 9 to 12.
See, that's crazy. So,
and that's because we're seeing spark knock, but there literally should be no reason for you to see spark knock. It's at the beginning of a rip, like we just get into it, not even at the end of the rip where you're supposed to see it. So
I mean, the car does feel like it vibrates like pretty heavily right as you start to pull. So I'm guessing that's it, because vibration does lead to false knock readings.
A lot of resonance in the exhaust. It's a huge turbo kit.
Yep. I mean, just the downpipe, it shakes a lot, and it I mean, it's not more than 2 feet away from the engine. It's like a foot away from where it dumps.
Also, I think if we get a longer exhaust, more hangers.
Yeah,
it'll
more
move
hangers
less.
for sure. Yeah, and then we're planning on doing a catback exhaust, like a custom one, kind of like the SLP ones that these things came with. So yeah, it basically leads to one muffler, and then the one muffler leads to dual pipes, tailpipes. Don't know if we're gonna do that, but we're at least gonna have an actual bigger muffler. I think we might as well just buy a bigger muffler too.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll keep the muffler that's in there and the resonator, and then we'll just add another muffler or something.
Damn, that's a lot of muffling.
Yeah,
We'll see,
and
though.
for like
We'll
a
see.
turbo car, like, I mean, you might not want that much resistance in the... Ooh, almost dropped my phone. You might not want that much resistance in the turbo, like, exhaust flow, but I think it'll be fine, honestly. I mean,
Yeah,
worst case scenario, we do something cool, and we do, like, an electronic cutout right at the downpipe, like, right as it goes under the car, just have an electronic cutout that we just have a key fob for, and it just opens it up, so when we're at the track, we get all of the, all the flow in the
That would
back.
be very
No
cool.
back pressure.
I would love that.
That'd be really cool. We can easily do that now.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, fucking that'd be awesome. And you know what? If worst comes to worst, we could always just replace like the 13-inch muffler we did buy. We meant to buy a 20-inch muffler length. Well, we ended up getting a 13.
Yeah.
All because the first place, like they didn't even have it, right?
Yeah,
you
they
bought it
didn't
and
have
they
the
didn't have
3-inch,
it, so
yeah.
that's great.
Oh yeah, that one. I literally bought the exhaust or the muffler we needed, and they left me on red for like 2 weeks, and then they're like, "Yeah, we can't fulfill your order."
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So yeah, so that's the reason it doesn't even have the muffler it was intended to get, and I'm guessing that's the whole reason it's so fucking loud.
Yeah.
But then it was funny.
It is also like dumped right under us, So
Yeah, I told
it might have something to do with it.
David, it's like, damn, Vince's car is like twice as loud as this, and he's like, yeah. And then
I didn't really
after-
believe it until we got in it, and
And
then
then
we're
after
driving
driving
earlier.
it, and then driving in
Yeah.
this thing, oh man, it's like half the drone.
Speaking of that, the Trans Am is ripping finally. It's amazing with the Holley. It's so good. We need to get a Holley on the Camaro here. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it, guys. We have a lot more for the Camaro and Trans Am now that it's up and running. So
Yep, that's gonna be soon.
be sure to keep an eye out for that. If you want to join us as a member down below, definitely do that.
Yep. Next week we got more Trans Am stuff. We got Tahoe stuff coming up soon. We got always stuff with the Volvo, always stuff with the Camaro.
Oh, the Mustang. Maybe I'll talk about the Mustang later, but I got some work done on the Mustang, which will be really cool to share. So, anyways, that'll do it, guys. Definitely leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and comment too. I mean,
Love doing
Vince
that.
Vince said if you need any help with the Holley setup, just put it down below and he'll answer the best he can. But that'll do it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.